Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ari Gold. I am the Guinness World Record holder for air drumming, and I made the air drum movie Adventures of Power, which Neil Peart is in. And I am pleased, privileged, honored, tickled, and psyched that two amazing drummers who are geniuses in their own right, but also did this incredible tribute to Neil Peart are on with me this week. Shaun Foist of Breaking Benjamin and Life and Race Car Driving, and Harley DeWinter of Diamante and Siren and Undivided and A+ Dropouts and
who knows what, you're bringing what else is in your history. Oh, wow. Old stuff.
So great to have you guys here. I think we have Shaun stuck in Cincinnati or in Cincinnati. Stuck sounds like you don't want to be there, but
yeah, I'm stuck. You know, weather's terrible, so we're here. We're gonna make the best of it. I got my wine, and we're gonna do it.
So, yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say thanks for having us.
Yeah,
it's an honor and really wonderful to have you guys here. Yeah, we've been talking to a lot of drummers. In the past, we've just gotten a little bit drunk and we talk about what we talk about, but I do have some questions that I'd love to ask you guys about drumming. Perhaps we could start with the fascinating story of how, Shaun, you got into Breaking Benjamin. How did that all come about?
That's a weird one. I get asked that one a lot. It's going to take a couple of minutes.
You better not take the whole thing. You're going to get your friend drunk.
Yeah, just get everybody, like, right now is like intermission where you leave the concert during the drum solo and you go get your beer. That's this. Yeah. But no, I started at a really early age of drumming. And by 10, you know, I was pretty excelled in doing my thing. And my dad found out that I was doing, we had a school talent show coming up. And, you know, I obviously avoided it. I didn't even think about doing anything like that. And he's like, no, you need to do this whole thing. I'm like, okay. And so, you know, long story short, he talked me into performing an Allman Brothers song.
What song?
And it was called In Memory of Elizabeth Reed. And I was like, okay, that's a really long song. And, you know, so we put together this drum part. And I had my little audition tape and went to school with it. The teacher was like, it's awfully long, but is that really you? You know, because back then it was just audio tape, you know, like it wasn't anything like you could take your iPhone in and go, no, it's me. And they couldn't believe it was even me. So needless to say, I did the performance, got a standing ovation. I'm like, that's exactly what I want to do as a career. And then fast forward, my first major gig was Greg Allman's daughter, Brooklyn Allman, for a band called Picture Me Broken. Well, in the midst of all that, I was also a fan of Breaking Benjamin. And in and out of touring, I went to some Breaking Benjamin shows. I knew the previous drummer really well. And I met Ben on the tour bus in 2009. He said, hey, so what do you do? And I said, I play drums. And he goes, cool. That was it. That was the end of it. We go watch the show, and I had my best friend with me. And he looks at me, and we're in the crowd. He goes, you're going to be in this band one day. And I'm looking at him. I said, you're drunk. Shut up. You know, it's one of those kind of moments. He goes, nah, man, like, you're going to be in this band, I'm telling you. Like, whatever, man. So, I went on to do the Picture Me Broken thing, which Picture Me Broken was produced by David Bendeth, who also did Breaking Benjamin. So you can start to see where this is going. So I did a record with Picture Me Broken, and we're touring. We got offered the tour with Alice Cooper, and we're a week from going out on that tour, and I'm walking down the sidewalk in LA to get a coffee. I get a phone call, and it's from the engineer at the studio that did Picture Me Broken's record. He goes, what are you doing? So I go, I'm just getting a coffee. What's up? He goes, well, I got this band that's really interested in having you try out. I'm like, oh, no, I'm doing this. I got this big tour. He goes, no, like, trust me. It's a band that you may or may not have heard of. It's called Breaking Benjamin. I'm like, whatever, shut up. Like, you're messing with me. He goes, can I give Ben your number? Okay, sure. 10 calls. And I'm like, I didn't get the coffee, by the way. I never made it there. I was running up and down the sidewalk in excitement. I never even got the coffee. And I remember like just walking aimlessly around LA, not even knowing where I'm walking, talking to this guy. And he was like, I saw you on YouTube. Why didn't you tell me back then that you were great? I'm like, you had a great drummer. There was no point. Like, and he was like, I want you in my band. Please send me some videos of you playing my stuff. So I contacted my manager at the time, Lonnie Reeder, and it had to be secret because I couldn't talk about it. And I rented out this lockout and recorded myself playing these songs. And, you know, I'm a week going into a tour. I did it, sent it to him, left for tour, didn't hear anything. I'm like, well, I blew it because he told me to take my time. I sent it the same day. And then he calls and he's like, yeah, so just want to kind of go over, you know, your audition. So, and I'm like, I blew it. And he goes, yeah, you nailed it. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of this tour. Like, I'll quit, you know, whatever you want to do. And he goes, no, get the arena experience because you're going to need it. So I finished a 3-month run with Alice Cooper. And the last show, I quit the band, rented a U-Haul truck, pickup truck, put my drums in the back of it and drove from Miami, Florida to Ohio, saw my mom for a couple of days because my dad had just died through the midst of all this tour. So I had to see my mom, and then drove from there to Pennsylvania. And Ben and I played Diary of Jane together, and he just says, you want the gig? And I'm just like, wow. So now you can see why the story's so crazy. Yeah. You know, like Allman Brothers, Brooklyn Ellen.
Who was this friend who knew that you were going to get the gig before the gig was even available?
Okay, it gets even crazier. So I had worked at a place called Guitar Center. Everybody knows Guitar Center. And he was the store manager in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I hit it off with this dude immediately. And we became just such great friends. And he just said, you're going to be in this band one day. So I remember when I got the job, and we didn't even have a band. Like there was no bass. Well, we had bass players, no lead guitar player or anything. And he's like, you know, you can have any drum tech you want, Shaun. It's all yours. I called that guy. I was like, hey, by the way, I need a drum tech. Yeah. And he goes, I can't do it for nothing. I know picture me broken, they paying, blah, blah. I said, it's Breaking Benjamin. And he goes, I freaking told you. Yeah, so he had the crystal ball. He knew. And it was like, it was crazy. Like the story, like people don't even believe it when I tell it, but that really happened.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay.
Exactly.
That's a good story. I mean, I would like to pivot right to Harley talking about when the psychic planned his future, but you probably don't have a psychic story. You do have.
When I quit, that's when his phone.
I mean, can we say Ricky Rocket from Poison is a psychic, and he somehow like did some like witchery over your sleeping body at one point to make you a drummer, Harley?
He may have, you know, for a long time. I mean, he's my dad's best friend for 30 years. They met at Sunset Tattoo, I think it was, and they just were, you know, bonding over motorcycles. So long time, my dad and Ricky were best pals, and I was going to Poison concerts since I was like 3. And so I was always kind of air drumming and tapping on my chest and stuff, but never
air drumming.
Air drumming.
Good. I like how you work that in there.
Right? Yeah. and tapping on my chest and stuff, but I was never, never had considered a drum set. And then I think when I was 9, I got one. Ricky's company. Originally, it was the Chop Shop drums. I remember I had that. They built me a kit, and what did I do? I never touched it. Just it wasn't for me at the time. But I joined concert band when I was like 10. And then when I got to middle school, I joined jazz band. I wanted to do that because I could play drum set. I didn't like concert snare drum. I liked reading and learning how to do that, but I did not like just sitting at one drum and playing that only. I liked drum set. So I would wake up at 6 a.m. I'd go to jazz band. I had auditioned and I got in. And I had a great teacher, Joe Shaw. And then I had another great teacher, still my teacher. His name's Evan Stone, not the porn star.
I didn't know that about.
I don't know the porn stars. You know,
talk about this?
I only know that because I would look up my teacher on, Google. He played for like Ali and AJ, but I would just find the porn star, and I'm just like, that's not my teacher. But anyways, so that's what got me into drumming, I guess, at the age of 12. And I started my own band, did that for a while. And then I kind of was just in and out of bands a lot, like just doing this, doing that, having my hands in a lot of pots so that I could figure out what style I like playing, who I like working with, what type of people I like working with. So eventually that, I was working with another band called Siren. And then that led to, it didn't really lead to, but I was working with them for a long time. I got my experience up. I flew to Rocklahoma. I played my first Rocklahoma festival at 15 or 16 years old in 2014. And then 2015, I graduated high school at OSHA, which was an arts school here in Santa Ana. And then I went on Warped Tour a week later with A+ Dropouts, who we talked about. And that was my first touring experience, and that was grueling.
Can we hear a little bit about Warped Tour?
Warped Tour is nuts. Traveling circus is the only way you can really describe it. I mean, props to Kevin Lyman and that entire clan for creating something so magical. And I really wish that we still were blessed with that people were still blessed with that kind of tour, because there's very few of those kind of tours where it's a festival. It's a 40 band festival, or even more than that, I think. But traveling circus is the only way I can describe it. It's 8 stages, something like that, a day. I only did 3 weeks with the band only had 3 weeks, but we had the Ernie Ball stage every day. Our time shifted. So sometimes we played noon, sometimes we played 6 p.m., anywhere in between. And, that's where I kind of like cut my teeth. I really got started. I liked the grind. I liked waking up early and unloading gear and, loading stuff in and just paying my dues is what I always thought of it as. I've always tried to make sure that I never let anything get to my head. So I did that. I was doing like 40,000 steps a day, like walking 10 or 15 miles a day, just on that tour, loading gear and playing drums and doing all that, 100-degree heat every day. And it was the best experience of my life. So that's when I knew it was like, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life, is, as long as I physically am able to, and then move on to, whatever, studio mixing, anything like that, still maintaining the music career, but doing something that, involves a desk a little bit more. But I still love touring. So that sparked it for me. Before
what's your favorite place to play? Like, what's your favorite venue?
Oh my gosh. We played a lot of great amphitheaters on the tour together. Shaun and I did. What was it? Guilford, New Hampshire. That's
Meadowbrook.
That's your favorite?
That's one of my
Guilford. Yeah.
It's a fantastic venue. And then they have like tricycles and bikes and all sorts of fun stuff. And they have like a whole mini golf course and like a pool backstage. It's just a fun like hang after the show, So that's the stuff that's memorable for me, because I wake up, even with like Diamante, I on tour, wake up relatively early to what touring is, not as early as the crew guys, but wake up, unload the trailer, set up all the gear with my production manager, and play a show at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then be done by 7 with loading a trailer back up. And then it's kind of like the rest of the night I have off. But those first 7 hours of my day, when I woke up at noon and loaded in, it was just kind of.
What are your rituals? Do you have any pre-show rituals that you do?
Pre-show rituals with Diamante, no more, because I think just it caught up to us. But tequila shots before the show, Patron Silver, that's death. That is the worst thing to do in 100-degree heat on a summer.
Well, if you're not mixing it, I actually find tequila is totally fine. It's just if you then have some juice or you then have a beer. But if you're just drinking tequila, you're fine. In my experience.
Tequila on its own as shots is fine. So like 2 of those, just, it's not my first choice. I'm a bourbon guy. So it's like, for me, I prefer that kind of burn and smoothness from bourbon versus like tequila. To me, as soon as you get your nose right up to the glass, it's like an assaulting kind of smell. So, but it was fun. It was fun to do that. I had a couple nights where, mixing like wine, hanging out, and then doing the pre-show tequila shot. And I looked back at my drum tech. I remember one night in April, and I was like, I can't make it. But I played like one of my favorite shows ever. I have video of it and I had audio of it. I mixed it, and playing wise, it was fantastic. But I was like, at the time I was like, I'm not gonna make it through this show because I'm just dead. Like I told him,
Mixing equals spinning.
Yeah, exactly. Also equals awesome drum fills.
At the time, they seem awesome.
At the time, they seem awesome. They're not such great ideas, but no, like so I toured. I did the A+ Dropouts Warped Tour thing. I got a bunch. I just worked. I live in Orange County, but I was always driving up to LA and trying to just network and meet people. I had an audition with John 5, like end of 2016. And he was great. That came about from a guy named Barry Squire. He's kind of like the, guy to know for connecting auditions, at least, a lot of the cats in the 90s got that way. I think Taylor Hawkins got Avril Lavigne or not Avril. I'm not Avril Lavigne. Jesus. Alanis
Morissette.
Yeah. That was two different eras right there. I just messed that up.
That was a big difference.
It's all ancient history now, so it's fine. I heard someone refer to Avril Lavigne as dad rock.
Why? Because she married the guy from Nickelback, or
well, maybe, but I mean, yeah, that's a whole other issue. But like,
me, listen to Nickelback all the time.
Yeah,
I love Nickelback.
But no, I know that Taylor got the Alanis gig through like Barry Squire, so just he recommends a lot of people. So he recommended me for that. John liked me, but it didn't work out at the time. I was still pretty green to touring, so I got recommended for another gig. With a band called Knee High Fox. I played with them for a year and a half. We did a lot of touring together. And then I got the call for Diamante. And we had, grown up on the same circuit. We played all the same pizza bars and all that junk for years. And I always said, I want to play drums for her. I think she's really cool.
I know we mentioned this before, but Taylor Carroll, her man, was on our show from Lit.
He's
So are you friends with him, or is this a coincidence?
No, he's a good buddy. It's funny because I think they've been together for nearly a year now, and we didn't meet until July of last year. Diamante had a live stream, and so Taylor was a guest, and he played drums on a couple songs. He even played guitar on one song. So that was my first time meeting him, and handing him the keys to my car basically with the drum set. But great guy.
What drums do you play? What's your kit right now?
I play DW drums. So I have several kits. Right now, I actually have one. We're in my studio right now. So I have a Purple Heart kit set up. There's a couch in the way. You can't really see what's going on. But with Diamante.
As an air drummer, I should point out that DW is the official air drums of Power.
It is. That's what you have in your head when you're playing?
Well, there's a scene in the movie where my character is forced to sit on a stool.
Okay.
And it's a DW stool. And it zooms in, you can see it. And then actually Don Lombardi, who runs DW as well as Drum Channel, he was a big supporter of the movie, and he shot these videos with me and Neil Peart after we did the movie. And we did all that at the DW or the Drum Channel studio. So
yeah, that was fantastic.
Big soft spot in my heart for Don Lombardi and DW.
He's a fantastic man, him and John, and then the entire Lombardi family now is involved in that company, and they're just fantastic. And they always push the limits of like what I think can be done for price wise, customization wise, anything like that. They always push the limit, and that's what I really love about them, is that that's a company that feels like they're not in it to. I mean, any good business is in it to be profitable, but they love it. They love it. That loves what they do, and they innovate for the sake of innovation. It's like Apple for drums. I mean, they're just that's the company.
Yeah. Harley, what do you play?
Or me or Shaun?
I mean, oh, sorry. I got confused for a second. I'm looking at tiny little windows.
You know what you need, Ari? You need one more glass of wine.
That's exactly right. I actually just switched to DW last month. I was with Pearl previously for about 4.5 years. And we were doing the Neil Peart tribute, and I was playing Harley's kit. So I was like, you know what? Like, I used to be a DW guy early on. My first real drum set that my mom bought me was a DW kit. And it was something almost like, you get back on and you play, and it was just like, this is where I need to be. And I made the switch, ordered a new kit. It's being built right now. Can't wait to get it. So it's massive. We went, all the way from an 8-inch tom to the 23-inch gong drum. We did the whole collection, exotic wood. It's about $40,000.
I have played Terry Bozzio's insane kit up at GW. Like,
where do you start?
360 that's got like all of the notes of the scale as different like bass drums.
It's crazy.
Like C sharp, D sharp, E. I mean, the whole thing like in a circle.
Yeah, you have to be like Beethoven to play that kit. It's insane.
I am not Beethoven. I just made a lot of noise. I did a little video with Terry where like my character busts into the shop and plays his drums and he yells at me.
That's really cool. Well, that kit's got like 100 different pedals too. They like fan out.
It's
like
madness. Total madness.
How do you even reach those?
Have you played it?
No, I've seen it. I wouldn't know where to start to play it.
Yeah, I didn't either. Because I was in character, I had the excuse to just play really badly. If I sat down to the kit as myself, I would be too embarrassed to touch it.
I think I would too. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah.
So
what's the link up between race car driving and you?
Yeah,
Shaun?
My dad was heavy into cars. There was always a hot rod in the driveway growing up. Mm-hmm. He had a '69 Z28 DZ that he had since 1988. I was born in '83.
Like I know what that means.
Yeah,
man. Right.
So basically, it's a '69 Camaro with it's a special edition '69 Camaro. I had a 302 in it. Versus like you had some that had 396s or 427s, yada yada yada. It was a rare option with front disc brakes, but he had that for years. And he had another Camaro. He had Corvette, which he ended up turning me loose with in high school, which that didn't last very long. I think I had the car 2 weeks before he like held his hand out for the keys. Got caught trying to drive 6 girls home from school when it's a 2-seater, so that was cool. But I just got heavy into cars, and then when I was old enough to start working, I bought my own Mustang, and it's always been Mustangs, which really made my dad mad because he was a Chevy guy. But I converted him, and currently now I have a 1,400 horsepower Mustang.
You converted him like he switched over to Mustangs?
Well, he started driving. He started driving my Mustangs and falling in love with them. Even though he was a Chevy guy. Like the first one I bought and I pulled it in the driveway, he said, "Get that out of my driveway. Don't even park it here. Take it somewhere else." Like that's how diehard he was about Chevy. So currently I have a 1,400 horsepower Mustang that's a drag car. Okay. And I haven't even raced it. It's still in the shop being built. So hopefully we get it out at some point.
What city is that in?
Cincinnati.
That's all. So you're based there. You were just going to go to Texas to visit Harley?
Yeah. Well, my connecting flight is Texas. I was going to Orange County, but can't get there right now with the weather.
So Harley, you're still in OC?
Yeah, he's an OC.
Okay. When you said you were I thought you were in Texas now. So
no, that's just where the connection is. Okay. What'd you say? Yeah.
So I would love to hear, or love you guys to share a little bit about how you ended up, how Neil Peart inspired you and how you ended up doing this incredible medley duet.
It goes back to even as my dad was a drummer and had bands with me growing up. And I'll never forget, he had band practice one day and he was playing and he got up to use the restroom or, go smoke a cigarette or something. And I just jumped on the drums and his bass player was standing there. And I remember I just started, playing these crazy fills, because my dad wasn't that style of drummer. And at this point, I hadn't even heard of Rush at all. Like I was more into like Led Zeppelin and The Who and stuff like that.
These are respectable drummers to be into.
Yeah. And this guy looks at me and he was like, "Hey man, like you're good. Like don't tell your dad, but you're good." And he asked my dad, he's like, "Hey, do you care if I come over and jam with the kid, when we're not having band practice?" And my dad's like, "Absolutely." And I never forget, he came over one day, and this is back when you burnt CDs. I'm ancient, I'm old, so it takes you way back. And he come over and he had the CD, and the cover of the CD, which he hand wrote on the thing, said "Awesome Drummers." I was like, well, what the hell is this? So I put it in my little portable CD player with the headphones, and I heard, I think, what Rush song? Jacob's Ladder, I think he had on there, but it was a series of great drummers, but it was Jacob's Ladder. And I was like, whoa, this is cool. And begged my mom to take me to the local Best Buy, and I bought my first record, which I have here. It's Exit Stage Left. This isn't the one I bought, but
it looks like it's signed by someone.
It's signed by the whole band. My singer bought this for me for Christmas 3 years ago.
Wow.
That was the first CD I bought, and it has the very lengthy drum solo coming out of YYZ that you're probably familiar with. And I was like, oh my God, like this is life changing. So the next thing you know, I'm down in the basement, I'm playing along the Exit Stage Left. And that's when my dad was like, you're doing things over and beyond what I could ever do. So I surpassed my dad by, 10, 11, 12 years old. And my dad had been playing for years. And it just started escalating from there. And then, I got into like school band, like jazz band. And I was always the guy that was in jazz band playing the drum kit and playing Rush for my buddies. It just went to that. And, it was always an inspiration. Like there was always something musically that evolved in my playing that Neil came up, like something always happened. And then, when he passed away, I said, it would be really cool to do a tribute to Neil. But at the time, like I was on tour and it just didn't work out. Didn't really have a lot of time. I was going to do I wrote a drum solo that I was going to perform, and then our set was cut short because we weren't the headliner. So I wasn't able to perform it. And then the pandemic happened, and then touring stopped. And then that's when I went out to visit Harley and was sitting in a studio and, 2 or 3 bottles of wine. I'm just sitting there. I'm looking at this DW kit. I turned around and looked at him. I said, how many of these drum kits do you have? And he's like, oh, 3 or 4. I'm like, you got enough to put together a Neil Peart kit. And he goes, well, what do you want to do that for? I'm like, I want to do a tribute to Neil, but not only do I want to do a tribute to Neil, how cool would it be if 2 guys did it? And he was like, okay. So, I put on a couple songs, and at first it was just going to be Where's My Thing from Roll the Bones, instrumental. And we listened to it. And then the next thing I'm like, you know what? It'd be cooler if we just put together a bunch of songs. And
did you immediately start hearing how the transitions were going to work? I mean,
well, that was the thing. I didn't. I had no idea like how it was going to work. And then, Harley's like, so let me get this straight. You want to just like start putting these songs together and cutting them. And when do you want to do this? I'm like, the anniversary of his death, which will be in about a week and a half. And he just looked at me and he goes, oh, Jesus, like you're out of your mind. So he opens up his computer software, whatever, because he's an engineer. I don't know how to do any of that stuff really. And we started picking songs, like things that I revisited from my childhood. I'm like, this song would be cool. This song would be cool. And I just started cutting them like, hey, cut it there, put that there, cut that there. And then he started getting into it going, whoa, this would be cool to put it here. And he's all getting excited. And I'm like, this is going to be ridiculous. And we hadn't even rehearsed anything. We spent like a whole week putting together the snippets of songs,
right.
Which
and
I think
you have to learn it.
Yeah, we didn't even learn it yet. We're just sitting there like air drumming it, basically, literally air drumming.
Air drumming, see?
Yeah,
I like how you keep mentioning that.
It was
his dad comes in.
Make me feel comfortable.
Yeah, his dad comes in the studio and he's like, "You guys have lost your mind." He goes, let alone one of you do this, both of you. I'm like, oh yeah, not only that, like we're gonna hit the exact cymbals and the exact toms, the whole deal. and even I was questioning, I was like, I don't even know if we can do this. Like, are we gonna pull it off by the deadline? And then so we put together the thing, we got it where we wanted. And then I remember we made a couple passes and I was like, you know what, that wasn't bad. Okay, cool. Well,
change it.
Harley comes in the mix and goes, "Hey, dude, so I was listening to these songs. You know that song called Mission that you played me with the xylophone part? We should do that." And I'm like, "No, we should not do that." He goes, "Oh, my buddy's got a mallet cat." So the mallet cat shows up, and then we're back to the drawing board. And here we are trying to figure that out.
We rewrote the whole medley.
Yeah, the whole medley got rewritten. And it's just like, as soon as we would get one thing done, we would just one up each other. And then he looks at me again and he's like, "We should do like both of those really long fills in Spirit of Radio." I'm like, "You know what? You're really pissing me off right now because we got it where we want it. You keep making it harder," which I'm so glad that you did, because like it was epic. And then, it went from we were only going to do 4 or 5 minutes of Rush to now it's 8 minutes and 30 seconds of Rush. But, we did it. And I remember we finished rehearsing the night before the shoot. And I did 2 takes of it, and I was like, "I'm good. I'm not even going to force it." And I remember his dad looks at me and goes, "You're making a mistake. You need to practice." I'm like, "It's fine." And he did the same thing, and we just left it alone. And then the film guy shows up, and we knocked it out, and it blew up. People loved it.
Yeah.
I still watch it.
Oh, go ahead.
I say I still watch it and just shake my head and go, "Wow, we were crazy." Like, to even think about doing something to that extent, because it's hard for one drummer to play Rush and play it correctly. And that was the other thing with the thing. I said, "I'm not doing it unless it's right. It has to be right, or we're going to get just torn apart online." So we dissected each fill. I know, like, there was one song we spent 2 or 3 days just working on one fill.
We were Googling transcriptions, and we were
Really?
we were auditing each other. So I would sit here in the chair, and watch him play and listen really intently. And then he'd sit there and watch me play. And luckily no fist fights broke out.
It was intense, because it was to the point, like he said, we were standing in front of each other while we were playing and going, "Stop, you missed a cymbal. Stop, too many kick drums. Stop." Like, I am surprised we didn't fight. But it was all good.
Are you sure you didn't?
Really constructive, and it was really like, it was great for both of us, I think, as musicians too. I mean,
I came out a better drummer just from doing that.
Yeah, I feel better about playing in general, and reignited a passion.
Yeah, I mean, because even he looked at me and he was like, "I wouldn't have in a million years thought to even do anything like this." But now I'm fired up about drums again. I didn't even want to play drums. We were both just over it. And even me, I toured for so long that the pandemic hit, and the break was good for me. Like, I was fine not playing shows. I was fine not being in the studio. And then when we did this, it was like, now I want to play shows. I feel I'm better. I feel that I'm refreshed, and I've challenged myself. And, it's going to make me play my own stuff better. So, all around, it made both of us better drummers, and we were more inspired. And we're actually thinking about doing a part 2.
Oh, really?
So
how many songs were included in the existing one?
I think 11.
I think it's 8. Or is it 11?
I think, because we even have
either 8 or 11.
We have it's somewhere.
Well, I don't remember, because there's 4 versions.
There's 4 versions. We did, I think we did a 5-minute pass, and that had 8 songs originally, and we were originally trying to do 9. I think Subdivisions was supposed to be in there, and we couldn't.
That's right.
We couldn't make it flow. That was the only thing. It was like, there's so many fantastic songs to do, but it was the flow between each song. We were trying to really okay, how can we make that drum fill go into this? Even with YYZ, we did a 15-second clip, but it happens to be a very similar fill to Digital Man. And we just completely changed the feel too. It went from a straightforward to now all of a sudden, very 6/8 kind of thing. And so, we were stressing, trying to figure out what to put in there, where to put it, and how to transition it. So there were songs that didn't make the cut that we were like, okay, well, we need to now do that.
Yeah, of course.
So I didn't want to be typical and be like everybody else, do Tom Sawyer, YYZ,
Limelight.
Limelight.
You made it a deep cut. Yeah, it was not. Yes. It was not all the obvious stuff. I mean, the obvious
Cygnus X1. Who would have even thought to do that? And I'm like, no, but we're gonna do the live version. It got stupid.
Right. I should mention, by the way, that the Neil Peart special, the festival special from Modern Drummer is no longer streaming on Modern Drummer, but there's a lot of beautiful Neil Peart stuff that they have. They have Neil Legends framed art, Neil Legends book bundle, and I encourage everyone to go to moderndrummer.com/shop. Use promo code FAB20. Catchy, right? Fabulous February 20. Fab 20. 21. Oh, that's because it's 20% off.
FAB.
And get your Neil gear at moderndrummer.com. And also, I'll give a plug for myself. Come to adventuresofpower.com and you can look at all my bonus videos with Neil Peart. I had a long interview with him. I have my drum off with Neil where Neil and I played the obvious one. We played the most obvious. We played Tom Sawyer, but it's.
Oh, now I feel terrible. I'm over here going, I don't want to do the typical thing. And then you're like, hey.
Well, I will say that when I asked him to be in the movie, I did get a message. He said yes first, but then he did say, what do you think about maybe doing something not as obvious as Tom Sawyer? And I was like, come on, it's a movie, man. Let's just do the one that, let's do like the original thing, like the Air Drummers, Air Drummers, whatever, Genesis of the Bible of air drumming.
Well, yeah, he goes across and does the Tom Sawyer fill.
Yeah. So, I had an amazing experience getting to know him. I mean, I did not expect it. I didn't even know the message would get through. I sent a kind of fan letter invitation to be in this independent movie, and he had been pretty reclusive for a while. And he apparently wanted to have some fun and do something goofy, and he came and he acted playing himself in Adventures of Power. And then when the movie, the independent film, we finished it, we played Sundance, we got some, people loved it, and there were people who hated it. And he came out to support and was like, look, you can't listen to the people who love you or the people who hate you, because if you listen to one, you're going to believe the other. And it was really wise, beautiful advice. And then we did a bunch of extra videos, like we're, drumming to Tom Sawyer. And then I went off to Europe and I did some air drum covers. I did YYZ. I know another obvious one, but I did in Berlin. And he was very impressed. He said I might be the world's best air drummer when I sent him the YYZ video.
I agree.
In squat.
You're really good. In fact, I want you to air drum the Breaking Benjamin next.
You gotta have Ari on the show and do that.
All right, you put me up to it. He did see me play real drums. He came to my band. I played in a band called the Honey Brothers, and I wasn't the drummer. I played the ukulele player and sometimes singer. But I would swap with the drummer who was the actor Adrian Grenier, who was also in Adventures of Power, but he was the official drummer from the band. But 2 songs, I would play drums. And so Neil came to see us play, and it was like a small venue, like intimate venue celebrating the movie, like private thing. So like he was right there in front of me, and I'm playing drums, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, I feel like such an asshole right now, but he complimented. He was like, when you sat down, the energy in the room got a lot hotter. I was like,
yeah, I can imagine.
I actually didn't know that Adrian played drums. That makes me love him even more, because I just grew up on Entourage, man.
We all did.
Well, so you're probably confused when you meet a guy named Ari Gold.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you followed me, and I was like, oh my God.
I remember that we were in the car, and he goes, Ari Gold just followed me. And I'm like, yeah, he did.
Yes, my reputation precedes me or something. But he played drums for years we're not my band, it was our band. A total pleasure to work with. Like always, like the band we had a fair number of fights, and Adrian was always the one to kind of like end the fight, because he'd always just be like, come on, and then he diffused a lot of fights. And I was actually concerned, because he was such a kind of like loosey-goosey type drummer. Like when I cast him in Adventures of Power, I'm like, you're gonna have to learn a Neil Peart song like perfectly, like every single accent, every, you know, and so that you can air drum it perfect. Because for the competition, I just needed it to be like a dance where like we're air drumming next to each other, and like every single beat I wanted it to be like spot on.
Sure.
And he nailed it. And so when I watch like the climactic battle between me and him doing Tom Sawyer, and I see Adrian doing this part, playing this cowboy, doing you know, Neil Peart, there's something like really touching about it, because he put the work in. And he's flawless. He does it flawlessly. So that was nice. I mean, not like the master, of course, but you know.
Well, yeah, you know, no one can be like the man.
No one can dethrone the king.
Exactly.
What'd you say? I missed the joke.
I said no one can dethrone the king.
Yes, no one can. I have. Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring that home. I'm just gonna have a little show and tell for you.
What he means, he's going to go fill his wine glass up secretly.
Better.
Here we have an official Adventures of Power headband.
Oh my!
It's a little worn from the years, but
there's the king crown right there.
Yes, this is inspired. I can't remember what drummer I saw from the 70s, probably like a headbandy drummer.
I feel like
that was a thing. Yeah, I guess it was a thing. Loverboy?
Yeah, Loverboy.
Yeah, Loverboy. There is a Loverboy song in the movie. But there were others too. I think Stuart Copeland also sometimes wore a headband.
Absolutely
like
did. Mm-hmm.
He wore a freaking whole tennis outfit, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He retweeted my air drum video recently. That's the closest I've gotten to Stuart Copeland, but that was kind of nice. And then speaking of the crown, then I have this.
Look at that
crown.
Yes. And with my new beard, it's rocking. So we, you know, I think we're about out of time. We're going to be moving towards streaming the movie. For those who want to watch the movie, we'll continue to chat, or you can watch the movie anytime you like on Amazon. It's called Adventures of Power, and every stream of the movie, we send money, and it's free on Amazon, but we're still sending money for each stream to Music Cares, which supports musicians in need, which is really important in this time, especially gigging musicians who don't have a support system, or retired musicians. Music Cares is really, really essential, because without the musicians, we don't have a culture, we don't have a soul as a nation. And so Music Cares is a great organization to support. So watch the movie and you're supporting it, and please review us too. Write a nice review on Amazon if you feel like it. You can also buy it on Vimeo, and then even more money goes to Music Cares. And you can also donate to Music Cares just straight up, because it's a great thing to do. So that's a little plug. I will be running also, for those of you who don't want to watch the movie on your phones, an Amazon watch party for the first 100 people who come here. It's adventuresofpower.com/watching. Hold on, let me make sure I got that.
Make sure that's right.
Adventuresofpower.com watching. I think that's right. Yes, that's right. And that you can't be on Safari apparently, but then I'll be able to chat to you while you're watching the movie as well, if you have questions and want to drink some wine and talk about all the rock that's in it. Is there anything that you, Harley or Shaun, want to say to your people or my people or each other's people about music, drumming, life, philosophy? I
think we nailed it. You know, the Music Cares is a big thing. You know, a lot of people don't realize the impact that the music business took, the whole pandemic thing too. You know, the cruise. I mean, there's like 12 million people in the business that are still unemployed. You know, yeah. So it's a good thing. You know, like I think you're doing a really good thing, and it's awesome. So I just want to thank you personally for doing what you're doing, because it's amazing. And I think more people need to pick up on that and start sharing it. And you know, like especially with the cruise, you know, without the cruise, the bands can't do what they do. And you know, even band wise, there's bands that are hurting. I mean, you know, bands aren't millionaires like they all think that we are. So
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a perception that, oh, you're a musician, you know, I got it. It's a gravy train. It's like, it's a gravy train for a couple people.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's a
As you
percent.
said, 12 million people getting employed by an industry that's now basically on the rocks.
it's on the rocks. It's
Or
done.
on the ropes. Actually, we're on the rocks. So this is on the rock. It's on the ropes.
A wine on the rocks.
I'm mixing my drinking and boxing metaphors.
There you go.
But yeah, so Music Cares is a great organization, and it's such a pleasure to talk to you guys. And we will now move to John. I think we're ready to stream the movie. If you want to send me a signal. What'd you say? Okay, so those who are watching this on Instagram, it will not be there. But like I said, you can go to adventurespower.com/watching. What did I say? Watching?
Watch. Yeah, watching.
No, watch is watching is the special link just for today for the watch party. I just checked it.
You got me all confused with this watching thing.
Watching. It is watching. But anyway, you can watch the movie anytime you want for free on Amazon Prime. It's called Adventures of Power. Neil Peart is in it, and lots of bonus videos at adventurespower.com, including ones with Neil as well, and with Styx and with Metallica. I've got lots of fun videos on the website, so check them out. You guys are awesome. And now that I've figured out, Harley, you're not in Texas, you're actually a neighbor. You want to go surfing since you swim. I know Shaun doesn't swim, but
Where do you surf?
Venice Beach. I walk like 20 feet.
Okay, because I'm a Seal Beach guy, but let's go.
Okay.
I need to get my.
I'm a beginner, but
I just moved out of Huntington Beach, so I'm a little bit more inland now by Anaheim, like
Okay.
Villa Park, Orange area. But no, I haven't been out in a while, so let's go.
yeah, I go every morning.
Okay, excellent.
I mean, this is a new thing. We're talking about like 3 weeks I've been doing this. I'm a super beginner, but
You know what? Good for you, because it's going to take me a little while to actually stand up on the board again.
yeah, okay. So we'll
I'll stand there and watch you guys do this
Yeah.
and we're in the sand.
Yeah, you can wear like a little hula skirt.
I don't know
That'll
about that.
motivate us to stay off the shore.
That's the viral Shaun Foist video is.
Could you imagine it? Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Ready? So yeah. So see you guys at what did I say? adventurespower.com/watching, or if you're not on Instagram, you could just keep watching here and maybe chat. Oh no, we don't have chat open, do we? Hey John, I totally like forgot about the whole chat thing and. Okay, but yeah, I have to sign into Restream. I totally forgot to do that this time. Those of you who've been typing things, we love you and we will read it later. I forgot to turn on the ability to read, but I heard you love the tribute, and we will check this out in a second. Sorry, we'll get on the chat in a second. I got to figure out the tech once the movie starts. So catch you guys later. You rock.
Cheers.
Curtain
Hi,
closed
my name
and
is
movie
Ari
open.
Gold. I directed Adventures of
Movie
Power,
open.
the movie you're about to see. If you're wondering why you never heard of it, we made it outside the Hollywood system for almost no money, but fans have been asking for us to bring it back, so thank you. People ask me why I made a movie about air drumming. I think air drumming looks funny, and I hope you do too. But also, for me, air drumming, in its crazy way, gets at a spiritual and maybe even a political truth that is super relevant right now. So I hope it speaks to you. Please stick around until the very end of the credits to join us in making the world a more beautiful, more awesome, and more powerful place. Now, get ready for Adventures of Power.
The first sound we hear is the beat of our mama's heart. But then the noise of the world drowns out that beat until we can't hear it anymore. But Once in a while, a person comes along who holds on to their dream, no matter how hard the world beats back. Imagine that.
Shoot.
My aunt's not feeling well.
Hello, fellas. Welcome to Youth and Young at Heart. What can we do for you today?
You got a room?
It's okay,
Oh, I'm
Joni.
sorry, Howard. Frank's disability ran out.
It's nice outside.
I heard that they cut back pay at the plant again. Your dad's not gonna strike, is he?
He doesn't talk to me that much these days.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. Please. Oh. Please don't listen to my brother when it comes to you, Power, okay? You are a beautiful spirit. And I love that little thing you do. I love your... It's very cute.
It's not cute, Aunt Joni. People think it's amazing.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want something hot to eat there?
Joni, you can always count on cereal.
Thanks, honey.
When? Shoot.
Long before our grandfathers were born, this land was ours. Long before our grandfathers
Yo,
were
Power,
born,
check this out.
this land was ours. This used to be
Of course
our
you're gonna say it like this.
Now the reservation is all I got. I'm caught up.
You got it.
Pal, I know this chick. Her sister's on leave. Maybe we could double date to the talent show tonight.
I don't know. I want to focus on my performance.
Power, when was the last time you sucked down hussy spit?
I suck down hussy spit all the time.
Come on. My girl can't go unless her sister goes.
Okay.
Thanks, pal. It's gonna be awesome. Bring flowers. Power's in.
So, how long you been living with your aunt, Power?
About 10 years.
just temporary. So you were stationed...
What's up, TJ?
Yeah, the horn blows, but does the driver?
You know my number.
How would life be if I were a cow? Life in the pasture, oh what a wow. To graze in the sun, to chew my cud, and all of the time to go moo. Thank you, Power. Moo.
So what's your friend gonna do? Touch himself?
He's gonna win, lady.
Yeah, right, Tonto.
We walk through the valley, we walk through...
Doing your thing, Power? When are you gonna do something?
I ain't touched a guitar in 15 years.
Don't matter.
Right. Well, rock 'em dead, Power.
Ow.
Present day.
On the old applause meter, I would say that rated about a 6. Next up, we have a special speech, followed by Power.
Thank you. Thanks for having us to talent night.
Look, I'm not gonna do a big song and dance here. If this strike does happen, and us boys don't have the cash to buy a cerveza for my hippie sister here, that don't mean that we don't love you. We do. Are we gonna let Dick Houston kill this town after we made Houston Tricourt what it is? No! We're gonna win this thing. Yeah! 8-3-2.
What's up, Power? You gonna rock it, brother?
It's right.
Shut your trap, Bobby.
Hey, you gonna watch, Dad? Boys love it.
They're making fun of you, Power. Come on, look at yourself. Gay shoes, gay jeans, gay. And I actually like the headband. You know, I named you Power so that you'd be strong. I wanted you to be a man, not a pussyfooter.
I'm not pussyfooting. I'm double bass drumming. Jody! Start the tape!
Nickel and dime, overtime. They got you working so you just might lose your mind. Your ears ringing, your eyes stinging. When payday comes, the boss man just robs you blind. Power! Free! Only you will come and see. Write the plot, cosmo not. You'll be a Superman, impossible fantasy. It's becoming a destiny. So wave your head high, you'll walk up to the sky. Make your dream your new reality.
You're my friend.
What? That was amazing!
This place is boring. Let's go.
Ladies, wait!
Why don't you play real drums, Power?
Did you win?
What are you doing here, Dad?
My sister making you sleep outside again? You know, when I clear some of them papers out of my apartment, I'll have room for another bed. Sorry we don't have the house anymore.
It's okay, Dad. Sorry I missed your performance.
What?
Sorry I missed your performance.
What a performance, Power. Look, I've been working for that company since I was 17 years old. And they promised us that if we worked hard and saved up, that we'd have a decent life, and so would our kids. But now they're rich, and they think they can just throw us out like garbage. So I'm trying to tell people they gotta stick together and they gotta keep at it. before they choke this whole town.
That's what I'm doing too.
Yeah, with this?
Well, if you listen to the words,
Is that what it's about? The words?
Well, no, it's about the drumming.
You don't even have any drums.
Well, you would never let me. I know it's too late for me to learn to play drums. I can still rock.
Power, I love you because you're part of your mother. But you can't keep doing this to me. You gotta stop.
No, you listen to me. It could do you good. You know, like that part in Tom Sawyer where Neil Peart goes, I mean, I can't really do it, but I mean, you know, it's the feeling, Dad. I could bring this feeling to everyone. You know, did you see tonight?
There's gonna be trouble tomorrow.
I know, I'm here to help.
You stay out of it, Power.
I got your back, Dad!
Like you, dream about a double wide. I work hard, but still I'm broke. A little like you, I salute the flag with pride, like I was taught to by my folks.
You think you know the time? Little bit like you, I've got problems in my life. You think you know the right? A little bit like you, I try and try and try and try. A little like you.
Heck of a song, boy. Good to see you playing real drums.
Real drums is the bomb, Dad.
You moved that hotel I gave you, boy?
Yep.
Yeah? What about your cologne? What's it called again?
Sweat.
Sweat.
We're selling buckets.
You bagging fillies right quick?
Word up. You know it. So, Paul, remember that crazy thing I used to do?
I gave you drums, didn't I? Give you everything you need, right?
Yeah. No, I know. I was just thinking there's this contest and...
No! You are not gonna start that abomination again, are you? Because it's wrong.
Nah, dog. I'm a drummer, Dad. I'm a real drummer now. You know that. I was just kidding you. I was just kidding.
Good. That's good. You make me proud, boy. Go on! Oh. Yeah.
I got it, Paul.
Good boy. Chambliss.
What's going on out there in New Mexico?
I've got my eye on them.
I want to know who's causing trouble.
Yep.
Any word?
What's wrong with him? What makes you think I should tolerate this?
It's not gonna happen again.
No, it ain't. You're fired, Power. Sorry, guys. What are you standing there for?
Harlan, don't you do this to me.
I didn't want to. Walkout is in progress. Over. See you brothers at the town hall.
Mr. Houston is going to destroy you! We're striking.
That's right, Power. Workers are striking.
How can I help?
You can't. You're not a striker.
Well, yes, I am. I'm right here with you.
You can't strike if you've been fired, Power.
Nice going, Power.
Dad?
Come on, Dad. Go.
What's wrong?
What do I do now, Sid?
Come on, pal. Remember when my dad died? You said drumming can save anybody.
I must have been wrong. We got nothing.
Look out! Power?
Batalla
Battle
de los tambores.
of drums?
None drums permit.
It's an air drum contest in Mexico tonight!
There's a place for people like me.
It's only 40 miles. Take my bike.
I can't just leave everybody.
Howard, we got something special, and nobody here understands. Don't waste it, please.
And we will strike at every single tricord plant across this nation until we are heard.
Shoot. I'm here for the contest?
Él es mi amigo. You my friend.
¡Un bolsito nuevo, mira! ¡Y no va a durar! ¡Los pantalones están muy apretados! ¡Vale más que no sea la jura! ¡Siéntese, baterista! ¡Vamos, gringuito!
Y otra vez, no se puede la tela. Se me con la misma cosa.
Did I win?
Huh? Are you freaking crazy? You tried to play a Rush song without a stool. You would have had a heart attack if that song kept going. You got guts, Caínos. Carlos had his eye on you. Before he split, he gave me this.
Who did?
The man. You should train with him for the showdown. The Big Apple.
New York City?
Ajá.
This is Newark.
Ah, same thing. Misma cosa, hombre. No te preocupes. Órale, córrele, ándale.
It's a mighty hard road that my poor hand does hold. My poor feet has traveled a hot, dusty road. Out of your dust bowl and westwards we rolled, and your desert was hot and your mountains was cold. Well, it's always we ramble that river and I. Down along your green valley I will work till I die, and this land I'll defend with my life if it be, because my pastures of plenty must always be free. Yeah, we work in your orchards of peaches and prunes, sleep on the ground neath the light of your moon. On the edge of your city you will see us, and then we come with the dust and we go with the wind.
Dear Sid, tell Joni I love her. And tell the boys I'm praying for them. And for my dad too. I'll send you money for a bike as soon as I can. I just need to find out why the universe made me want to drum, but never gave me the chance.
But I know things will be different in Newark. Maybe people will understand me there.
Welcome to Newark!
They say it's lonely in the big city, but I believe anyone can make a friend.
Not the apron, man!
Love, power.
Hi, I'm Power.
I just think burning for all eternity would be really poopy for you, Yolanda.
Enjoy your food!
God's fan club can always use new members. After all, the end is near.
Oh, it's near. Yes, yes. 快啲攞啲藥水啲嘢嚟啦。Thank you. Those are bad boys. What are you doing in this neighborhood?
I'm looking for a place called Carlos Gym. I'm a rock and roll drummer.
Rock. Rock is the devil's music, child.
Goodbye.
Good night, Fang.
Yeah, Farhad. Yeah.
喂，呢個男仔點解做乜嘢啊？事啊？
What a shame.
喺出邊俾人打。
Tiger bed.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good.
Sinner.
Mr. Power, my husband like your name. Can you do mop?
I'm a good worker.
You sleep here. Flat noodle, lo mein noodle, power noodle.
Hi, I'm Power. Thanks for your help last night. What's your name?
Can't you see she's busy?
Catch you later. gotta do this immigrant stuff, Chief?
Cause spaghetti heads like you got no rhythm.
Spaghetti heads? I was born in this country, and I love rock music.
Brain dog, we have got to be ready for anything.
It ain't my fault, Senor.
Vete, chico.
I play real music.
Stop.
Power? Looking for Carlos?
You found it.
Remember me?
Gentlemen, this is Power. Power here tried to survive a hot room fight playing Tom Sawyer. Imagine that.
How much you bench, Power?
What?
Take off your shirt, Chief.
Brain dog, calmeo. Take it easy, man.
Whoa! You didn't tan, dude. You're hurting my eyes.
So where's sunglasses?
Why you here, Power? Me, Papa Legba, tell me to play. Ernesto, why do you do this?
Makes me
Tell
sexy.
him about me.
Law here was kicked out of the Air Sitar Society.
Brain dog?
Shouldn't even be here.
You're just like the rest of us.
I can play drums.
Oh, yeah, sure you can. How about you, Power? Why are you here? You like drums?
Well, I always wanted to play drums. But I guess I never got the chance. You know, but then the first time I heard Tom Sawyer by Rush, I felt the music flow through me. It felt so good. It felt like the whole world was coming alive. And then people were like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Nobody understands, do they?
Well, it's not their fault.
Oh, yes, it is.
But I don't get it either.
There has to be a reason we do this.
You bet your sweet ass there is. Go into my office, Power.
What? I got the back of a foreigner, and now you're adding in some waxy whip from the booties? Why are you outsourcing Jersey?
Brain dog, we need a low tom to complete the set. You know that. Suck it up, man.
Sit down. Don't worry about Brain Dog. He'll come around. But we got a bigger problem right now, Power. You want to turn that on for me, please?
I'm here to talk about my video. A little like you.
Yes.
What's that?
A cowboy, a billionaire, a drummer. Imagine that. Clips his toenail and it sells on eBay. Now, a drum company is staging this air drum fight to promote their product. For them, it's just a stunt. But the winning crew gets $2K. Now, that's real money. And that's our chance to show the world that we are legit. Problem is, this pretty boy just signed up. And he don't even like air drumming.
So how could he win if he doesn't love it?
This clown gets applause just for showing up. Accuracy because he plays real drums. And he can last all night because he does not give his all like my boys do. You know, any fool can play drums. It's easy. But when you have got to bounce your hands off air, when you've got to bounce your hands off the substance of life, down, up, down, that is a double workout. You know that, I know that. But these clowns, they want to make a joke out of us. You know what I'm saying? Paul, you know how it feels to be laughed at for doing something that you love.
I do.
Do you know how it feels to cry in the dark?
I do.
Do you know how it feels to touch yourself with no hands? Then let's show these bastards that we are better than they are.
We're not better, we're just different.
No, we're better.
We're different.
Better.
Different.
We're better.
Okay. You used to be a drummer, didn't you?
Best funk band in Jersey.
Why'd you quit?
Are you blind? Slot machine in Atlantic City. Took my last quarter. And those sissies there, they kicked me out of the band. What they forgot was music is not about having arms. Music is about having spirit. And I had the last laugh when Def Leppard just kept on pumping out the hits. All right, here's the scoop.
If our crew qualifies for the team round, we gotta make one big drum set. Brain Dogs on kick, Oberlin's on crash, or Nesto's keeping the backbeat. And Law plays a mean hi-hat.
Law may not be as pretty as our cowboy friend there, but he's got lungs like a blue whale. The man is loose, he's flowing, he's strong. With him in it, a real air drummer has a genuine shot at the title, okay? But where I need you at, Power, where I really, really need you, is on the low tom, in the team round, all right? It's not a glamorous job, and you only got 10 days to train. What do you say, Power, huh?
Low tom?
Low tom. Welcome to the crew. Grab yourself some weights, man. Go get yourself in shape.
Hell-bent for leather. Hell-bent for leather. Light.
Yes?
Where's the pony?
Where's the what?
Where's the big devil pony?
The potty?
Where are your pony buns?
I'm alone here.
I can't sleep. It's so loud.
Are you Chinese?
Are you retarded? Do I look Chinese to you?
You sound Chinese.
I'm deaf, you idiot.
Wait. If you can't hear me, how am I keeping you awake?
I can feel you.
You can?
What are you doing in here?
Nothing.
Show me.
Girls don't like it.
Show me. Well, I'll call the police.
No, it's not.
Why do you do that?
It's like my sign language. I thought you'd like it.
Well, nobody taught me sign language. What are you saying?
I'm saying I love music. And I wish I could play it.
I wish I could hear it. Try another song.
I can't. I don't know this song.
Show me what it sounds like.
想說的講到還有半句。
不想停地，正在旁邊打擾這刻將教練
Me too.
若是隨便說多一句，
只怕在最後陪着
陪你擠出眼水吞不去，
想停地，假設兩句
對我說誰還是伴侶，最後能為你湧出眼淚，不想再知那情緒，這刻唯有扮醉。
My name is Annie.
My name is Power.
原來更折磨難為過，不想我，全怪我講不出結果。
淪落到這種決定，說不出什麼差錯。
猜不透他心裏抱着你想說下去，
有陣時還承認心虛。
Thanks for the turds.
They're lentils, Bobby. Full of positive energy.
Company can't afford it. Copper's up 80 cents. Hello?
They killed 2 strikers in Peru last year. What makes you
This
think...
ain't Peru. Gonna win this.
Keep it up, brothers!
Guys! Paris sent me a postcard.
You should send you a new bike.
He says he has a girlfriend, and she's totally deaf.
Deaf?
That means she's hot, dude. And he says he's gonna compete in the air drum fight in New York City.
But what? That freak. Let me see that.
No, I'm not supposed to.
Maybe if I'd bought him drums when he was a kid, he'd be over this by now.
Harlan.
When you see my dad, don't tell him I wrote. Just tell him a joke or something so he smiles today. Love, Power.
You see that?
So, Mr. Harlan, how many Navajos does it take to screw in a light?
Get a job, losers!
His house, yo! Come check out my crib.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, what's up, yo? Yo, camera guy, check this out. Boom! I taught him that. Check this out. Yo, what up? See, this is where I do all my dance routine. You know, I get there and I represent like that. You know? Now this is where the dove of genius fly. That is where I get nice on the drums. Look at that, isn't she a beauty? And that, yeah, that's where the magic happens.
Sexy, sexy, sexy.
Hey, baby, come here. Come here. Come here. Go away. I love that. That's bad.
Dallas, so what is next for Dallas H? Politics?
I gotta tell you, I do it all. You know, I got my animated series, got my non-stick cooking spray. I just take life as it comes.
Right. So what is this rumor I hear then about this air drumming competition on Friday night?
Where'd you hear about that?
This interview is over. Come on.
It's all right, I got what I need.
What you looking at? Get out of here.
Don't touch the shirt, mate.
What do you think you're doing, boy?
Gentlemen, I know you remember the sound of your mama's heartbeat. We are brothers keeping that beat. Your heart never gets tired of beating. Why should you?
Beautiful. Work what you got, baby. Work what you got. Power. What is with the facial tension, man? You are on the low tone. You are not taking it cool.
Can I share
loose, music flows through your heart like blood. But when you're tight, every beat of your heart makes you hurt.
That is what almost killed you in Mexico. And your ass touched the wood. Sit on the stool. Brain off, people, concentrate. Did we come all this way just to have folks laughing at us? No! All right then. Now, everybody, full step. Go home. Sit this one out. Power, you are all over the place. You have got to remember that every drum is different. Low tom, that's you.
I always forget. I just start, feeling the music.
Oh, wait. Feeling it. Let me sit back and imagine that. No, you're not feeling anything.
Yes, I am.
What are you feeling?
I'm feeling really proud to be playing low tom.
Bovine maneuver.
Okay, fine. I'm feeling frustrated. I came all this way. I thought it'd be different here. I thought it'd be somebody.
All right. See, you have got to use that anger, man. That's what I'm talking about. You're too tight to play right.
What's that supposed to mean?
That means you're just a low tom.
Low toms are important too.
Tight ones? What's wrong with power?
He too tight to play right.
到今日仲好好地㗎，今朝。
Take off his shorts.
I thought you are a good Christian girl.
Right here, Mr. Fong. Take them off.
你啲脱衣舞好叻喎，不過人哋嘅女仔唔掃你啊。
Howard, I have an idea.
Can't wear those, Annie.
It will make you feel free.
Oh, you think my drumming's tight too?
Well, maybe if you loosen it up, that the music would really show.
What do you know about music?
Legs. So light. So white.
Like white tiger. Wow.
Wanna see you with it, Shaun could treat you right. Give me just a minute of your time tonight. We both are here to have fun, so let it rip. So let it rip. Whip it, baby. Let's whip it right. Let it rip. Let's whip it, baby. Whip it all night. Now let you trip. Time. Come on, let it rip. Come on, whip. Come on, whip. There is no time to lose, yeah. Something divine in you. So let it rip. Whip it, baby. Try. Let's whip it right. Let it rip. Let's whip it, baby. Whip it all night. Let you trip. Time. Come on, let it rip. Come on, whip. Come on, whip. So let it rip. Whip it, baby. Try. Let's whip it right. Let it rip. Let's whip it, baby. Whip it all night.
Speed, accuracy, and flair. This is how I'll beat the cowboy thrice over.
That's it. What do you wear? I'm loose.
You
gonna make us look like a bunch of pansies. Put on some pants.
You put pants on your head.
Shut up, Jihad boy. I'm sick of you people. Stop behaving like kids, okay? He started it.
Oh, Manny ka night, bade pen de.
What is with you people? We have a fight tomorrow, guys. Now get back here. Come on, guys. Everybody huddle up. Men, look at me. Jersey born and raised, so I am a natural Jersey boy. But Lowell is a Jersey boy now too, brain dog. And so is Power, no matter what he's wearing. And so is everybody who's ever lived on a prayer. They call New Jersey the armpit of the nation, but that is not an insult, gentlemen. Without an armpit, we couldn't sweat. Without an armpit, we couldn't work. Without an armpit, we'd be buying rock and roll from the Chinese.
I love my armpit.
Yes! Well, all right, then. Men, we've got one chance. To be a team or to be nothing forever. Great!
I'm so sorry about the shorts. I should have believed.
It will break my mother's heart if she start me with.
Why? Because it's the devil's music.
Because I'm all she has.
Me too. Not wasting what I got anymore.
I wish there was something special that I could do.
Annie, you are special. You actually feel things. The rest of the world just plays along.
Not everybody, Power. You play with passion.
That's because melodic rock saved my life. Rush, Styx, Journey. Wish I could show you how beautiful it is to me.
I wish you could too. You have the thin, yet supple lips of Steve Barry.
You have the golden locks of David Lee Roth.
You again. We're leaving this place.
Wait!
We're taking our mission to Florida tomorrow, so tough cookie.
Annie!
You'll never see her again.
Please don't do this! Vera, I need her!
Why?
Because she feels me.
Sex is a sacred package only to be opened in marriage.
I didn't open the package!
No.
Annie!
I'm going to call the police.
You can't keep her to yourself. You have to let her rock.
Hooray!
Rock.
Oh, Annie, no! No!
mean, oh.
It was rock and roll that hurt me. Goodbye now.
Bless my sister and my roving son and all my brave brothers and sisters in their fight against oppression and greed. Amen.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies.
Men, tonight we have a chance to say something to the world. And as a team, we can win. I don't care how much money the opposition has, how popular they are, how good looking. Tonight, we are air drummers. Every one of us.
Imagine that.
Harley, I need my paycheck. All we're asking of Houston is that he keep his promises.
How about the union keeping its promises? We can't feed our kids on nothing.
Just hold out another couple of days, and Houston will come to the table.
Some poor slobs here from Mexico to take our jobs? You ain't crossing this line, scabs!
Get your families home. Those aren't scabs. Get on your bike and get out of here. Go home. Let me handle this.
The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. So stranger to you and me. Oh
nationwide copper strike that started in New Mexico may soon be over. The strike leader is in critical condition, and others hospitalized today after they viciously attacked Tricorp Company peacemakers.
Carlos, you have a phone?
Power, stay focused.
Whoa, Power, you look pale, man. As usual. I'll take care of that. I need to call my family.
Ow,
What are you
come
doing?
on,
Chief.
What the?
Let me go.
We're almost at the tunnel to New York City.
I'll be right back.
Hey, don't do that. Oh!
Where are you going, man?
Sorry. He bit me. You got to be kidding me.
I knew that pussy was a pussy.
Hey, shut up. You're starting to piss off.
Operator.
Hello?
Hey, Joni, it's Power.
Hold on. Harlan. It's Power.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have left. Should have been there.
Oh, I'm sorry, Power. Oh, I never could afford to raise you, watch out for you, buy you drums.
Forget drums. I just wanted to be like you.
Don't you get it? I want you to be better. They beat us today. They beat us with sticks. We didn't have sticks, but we had spirit, just like you. These boys are down for the count. We felt something today. Something in us could change. We need you. The load needs you. I need you.
I love you, Dad. I'm right there with you. Now I got a job to do.
I know you do, son. So do it.
Hey, how do we get back to the tunnel? Tunnel? I need to get to New York City.
Good luck.
Carper Local 832, load New Mexico.
Your Power. You're supposed to be in New York already.
How'd you know?
Local 185.
We heard what happened. We're praying for your pot and the boys.
Yeah, we're praying they don't quit.
They don't quit.
Get in the boat, brother.
The most dedicated air drummers in the world compete for a huge cash prize of $2,000.
What's going on out there with those troublemakers?
We won this thing. We offer them $8 an hour and we're done with it.
That's the way I want to hear you talk, boy.
Now, these guys don't have the guts to pick it anymore.
Took care of that.
Come on in.
In the qualifying round, each drummer will fight to collect applause points for their crew. They will also be
monitored by the Bakir cymbal drum matching machine. To the death! Glory!
Show tunes, nothing but show tunes.
Keep your eyes on the prize, Law.
We'll be all right without it.
That's what they want, etc., etc.
That performance sucked my will to live. And here he is, ladies, the most eligible bachelor in the USA. Pop star, fashion designer, and also baby animal activist, Dala
That jerk is playing my song.
They mean Dallas Houston?
Forget the cowboy. It's nothing.
Tastes good cologne.
Hey. We sold that.
Got that for you.
And Dallas is the one to beat as we go into the team round.
Power. Backstage.
Where's Prague?
What the hell?
In third position, Olympia crew.
In second position, Jersey Crew.
Yes! We're in.
And in the lead, Team Dallas Edge.
Hey, thanks for gracing us with your presence.
We made it to the group round. That's what counts, all right?
In the group round, crews must play as a single drum set. And then, each crew will send its star drummer to survive our challenge song, Face to Face and to the Death!
That's good, yeah. Oh, this is the from Power.
Mom? I can't go to Florida.
I know, honey. Maybe Jesus is a rocker, too.
What counts now is that we stay strong this round. Make up some lost points. Law's gonna kill in the endurance round, all right? Let's see how the girls are playing it. Break! Law, don't burn all your energy. You're gonna need it for the endurance round. Just hold on to second position.
Power, where you going?
Every time.
Hey, you think what we do is a joke?
What do you want, freak? I just want you to play hard. Respect what we're doing. I respect music. I actually play the drums.
Yeah, well, real drums are fine too. But not everybody
You
has
know,
them.
there wouldn't even be cymbals if it weren't for my family.
What do you mean?
My daddy mines copper.
So does mine.
Up next is the Dallas Crew. Girls, I want to hear some screaming.
Live like you, dream about a thug wife. I work hard, but still I'm broke. Live like you, I salute the flag with privatized talk to by my folks. A little bit like you, got problems in my life. A little bit like you, I try and try and try and try. A little like you. A little like you. A little like you. A little like you.
I think it's safe to say that Dallas's crew will be sending its leader into the endurance round with a heck of an advantage. And there's only one more team to go, the Jersey crew, who is trying to hold on to second position.
Okay, guys, they're not the only ones with tricks up their sleeves. Go, go, go!
Let's hear it for the boys from the Bridge on Tunnel!
Twice for every shot. It's no jive to stay alive, but we gave them all we got. New Jersey night, New Jersey nights, those New Jersey nights make it alright. Hit it!
Oh my gosh! A penalty!
Whoa, what do you mean? Penalty, my ass!
Mr. Lal of the Jersey crew has been disqualified!
What? You can't disqualify my best man!
This is an air drum contest, not an air tablas contest. Hand drumming is not air drumming.
This is un-American!
Lal can drum however he wants. He's a Jersey boy now.
Brain dog, easy. You're our pinch hitter now. Let me handle this. This is drum racism! This brain dog!
Disqualified!
Regroup! You are touching my button inside either! You are disqualified! Oh, there is blood coming out of my nose! A tissue, please! Oh my God, I'm bleeding! The crowd is going wild!
Power! It's all you, Power! You gotta represent for Alton! You gotta represent for Jersey!
The leader of the Jersey crew has been disqualified for using no air sticks. 3 other members of the crew have been eliminated for touching my sweet patented meter. This leaves 1 low-ranking member to compete. He is at a huge disadvantage.
Fragrance by Dallas H. Unleash your inner.
Shut your trap.
Bobby.
Get me my boy.
Hang up the phone, Dallas. I got a break. What?
Get me my boy. I'll give you hit songs.
I'll give you hotels. I'll give you
The best genetic code in history.
and you go and humiliate our family.
I'm just showing everybody what a bunch of losers air drummers are.
You can't fool me.
Don't you get it? I can do whatever I want. The world loves me. They hate you.
So what?
So what is? Maybe this is who I really am.
Done to my boy. All right, Dallas. This is who you really are. You listen to me. Houston doesn't lose. You hear me? Houston doesn't lose.
Don't worry, Daddy-o. It's in the bag.
Come on, guys, it's not over. We got 1 round left.
Power can't catch Dallas' score. It's impossible. He's got to outlast Dallas by half a stick. And Dallas barely moved his arms.
Welcome back, and welcome to the final round, where the hardest song in history will be played. As long as the contestants play correctly, the sticks will light up towards victory. Given Dallas's great advantage at this point, the other competitors will have to outlast him by at least 20 seconds to win. Which is no easy feat, because this song destroys drummers instantly.
All right, listen to me. I want you to sit square on the stool. Do not waste your energy, okay? And breathe, Power, breathe. I don't want you dying on me.
Carlos, I can't go 20 seconds longer than him.
Maybe not, but you can earn us some respect out there. Now listen, we don't know what they're gonna play. But whatever it is, it's not gonna be easy. But I know you. You're loose now, so use it.
But low time's pretty tight.
Yeah? But cymbals shake and sway, and they give off a golden sound. You gotta be the whole set now, Power. The whole set.
Carlos?
Yeah. Thank you. Get out there.
Murder him!
What's wrong, Power?
I can't find my stool.
Oh, now you get some. Yeah! Kill!
Come on, Power.
Hey, you! You never even played drums, did you?
I don't need drums. I am drums.
Wow.
Neil Peart.
Great job, Howard.
Hi, Neil. Mr. Peart. Neil.
What would you like to do with your half?
It's not much, but make my half out to Copper Workers Local 832, Load, New Mexico. Sir.
Right, let's get back on that line! Yeah!
Sir, I think I have some bad news.
Imagine that.
You've been working hard all across the land, but soon come a day you'll take your stand down in the pit. It's trying hard, but up in the sky you'll be a cosmonaut. Yes, you're spreading those wings
Hello, you're still here. Thank you. So, if you want to binge, you can join us at adventuresofpower.com, where we have dozens, actually hundreds of videos with rock stars and great stuff. So please say hello. And just so you know, a big portion of the proceeds from watching this movie go to support musicians and other people who are in need in this difficult time. So please spread the word about this movie to your friends, to your family, and your social media right now. And every time someone watches the movie, it helps to save a life. Seriously. So donate to the charity. Come visit us. Ask your friends to watch. They may be looking for something besides cat videos and apocalypse. So please join us. Maybe other people need power too. I know I do. Okay. Bye. See you there. Hi, my name is Ari Gold. I directed Adventures of Power, the movie you're about to see. If you're wondering why you never heard of it, we made it outside the Hollywood system for almost no money, but fans have been asking for us to bring it back, so thank you. People ask me why I made a movie about air drumming. I think air drumming looks funny, and I hope you do too. But also, for me, air drumming, in its crazy way, gets at a spiritual and maybe even a political truth that is super relevant right now. So I hope it speaks to you. Please stick around until the very end of the credits to join us in making the world a more beautiful, more awesome, and more powerful place. Now, get ready for Adventures of Power.